Welcome back. Did you know nearly half of American taxpayers are somewhat or very dependent on receiving that tax refund from the IRS? H&R Block's Tabitha Tomlinson is here to talk about what your options are, what's available to you for those who financially are depending on receiving that tax refund quickly. So good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely, because you're going to be talking about what everybody who is due a refund wants to hear about. I can't wait to get that refund because a lot of people, they already know what they need to use it for, correct?
Oh yeah, a lot of people are really financially dependent on that tax refund. So, we have lots of early filers because they want that money back fast.
What happens if it's delayed?
Well, we know that the IRS is required to hold certain refunds. So if your tax return has the earned income tax credit or the additional child tax credit, the IRS cannot release that refund until the end of February.
Okay.
So roughly 30 million taxpayers get those credits, and about half of those taxpayers file early. So we anticipate about 15 million taxpayers will not receive actual deposits in their bank accounts till end of February.
Okay, Well, I know that you have a survey. H&R Block did a survey, right?
We did.
And it's talking about the biggest concerns Americans have if that tax refund were to be delayed.
We did, and about a quarter of the respondents said, a delayed refund just impacts their ability to pay off debt. But more importantly, I think another 1 out of 4 said, getting that delayed refund really impacts their ability to meet monthly obligations like paying rent or utilities. The refund on average is about $2,700 a year. So for a lot of taxpayers, that's like their largest financial transaction in 1 year.
Right, So what's the recourse if you do have a delayed refund and you weren't anticipating that?
Well, we have some good news.
Okay,
H&R Block does have a refund advance product where you can come in and file your tax return and get an advance of up to $3,000. It is a interest-free loan offered through BoFi Bank, and you basically just pay it back out of your refund once the proceeds are received. And this kind of gives some taxpayers access to money faster than what the IRS can really provide their refund.
What kind of a process is that?
No process really. It's super simple, actually, Sean.
Really?
You would just go through the regular method of filing your tax return and then just apply for that advanced loan through BoFi Bank.
That's a pretty awesome option.
It really is, yeah.
Really. Let's talk about, too, people who are the early filers and people who are the later filers. What kind of different people, what kind of categories are these?
So we usually see folks who they know they have a large refund, right? Kind of the taxpayers we were just talking about. They want access to their refund a little earlier, and so they're waiting on W-2s, maybe have a little less complicated situation. They file early. And then we get a second flow of clients, and maybe you owe money or simply just have that expertise need. You've got complex situation, especially with tax reform. So we see about two different groups of taxpayers.
Right, but you can handle them all.
We can handle every single one.
And is it becoming really complicated with what we're talking about with tax reform?
This tax reform is a big thing. It is not just as simple as a change in the tax bracket or an increased standard deduction. It really is like a life event. And every segment in the tax-paying public is going to be impacted by it. And there's so much planning that needs to take place now to be ready for those expected or desired outcomes next year.
As if the tax code wasn't complicated enough, huh?
And then lots of reforms, 500 pages worth.
Oh my goodness, we know H&R Block's on top of it for
Absolutely.
people.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank
so
you,
good
Sean.
to see you
Good
again.
to see you again.
If you'd like more information on the refund or how you can obviously file, get things rolling, well then you know you can contact H&R Block because they obviously are there for you.